show you there's no height requirement for being an asshole. Look here, y'all. I just come off the road. I did a gig in Anniston, Alabama. It was my first trip to Alabama, and I was kind of nervous. I wasn't nervous because I had a show to do. I was nervous because I found out it's illegal to flick a booger in Alabama. Who knew? In Alabama, I'm a habitual criminal. I'm pretty damn sure I pulled a drive-by or two in my day, too. I was in Anniston, and they had a bunch of tornadoes come through. It just so happened the day I was there, 15 tornadoes hit. Well, I'm doing the show, and I get up on stage, and I'm going through my set. Guy in the back hollers out, "Hey, buddy, you're going to miss your ride." And I was like, "What ride?" He said, "Ain't them tornadoes coming back to take you over the rainbow, you damn munchkin?" Y'all laugh, being short's a bitch. Look here, I work construction. First day on the job, driving to the work site, we get pulled over by the police. Cop walks up on my side of the work truck, pecks on the window. "Excuse me, sir, how come you're not wearing your seatbelt?" I said, "Officer, I am, just not the shoulder strap." Before I had a chance to explain why, he goes off on me. "Don't you know that years of scientific technology has went into that device so that it can save your life?" I said, "Well, officer, I'm sure it has, but don't it defeat the purpose if it chokes the shit out of you before you get where you're going?" He's like, "Oh, I see, we got us a comedian here." I was like, "How'd you know?" He didn't think it was that funny. He's like, "Well, here, Mr. Funny Man, I'm sure you'll find this hilarious." He gives me a ticket for not using a booster seat. Being short's a bitch. I was working, flipped over a piece of the machinery that we was working with. I called up my boss. I'm like, "Yeah, man, I flipped over his machine." He's like, "Well, Steve, how are you?" I said, "I'm fine, man, but I might have messed up your machine." He's like, "Don't worry about it. As long as you're okay, everything is fine." So I'm like, "All right, no big deal." I go into work the next day, and they got the arm of the machine raised way up, and I'm like, "Oh, man, I done messed this machine up." I walked over to it. I was looking at it, and there's a sign on it that says, "You must be this tall to operate this machine." That's not funny. Being short's a bitch. I've been with the same woman for 14 years, and I love her to death. But women confuse the hell out of me. And most of the time it's because they say stuff like, "Oh, size don't matter." And it don't when you're getting measured for a rental tux. Any other time, every inch counts. My wife told me size don't matter. I proved her wrong. I made her watch a porno. She said, "How come you don't look like that?" I said, "Man, he's 6'6", weighs 280. I'm 5'2", weigh $150. You got the short end of the stick, so I can tell you. Being short is a bitch." Before I get out of here, I want to tell y'all this, man. My son busted in the bathroom on me the other day, and I was having a little me time. Yep, I can tell who's had me time in the past 24 hours. But I was having a little me time. He busted in the bathroom on me, and what do you say to an 11-year-old boy when you got Mr. Happy in your hand? "We're having a conversation. Get out of here." He said, "Daddy, I didn't know it could talk." I said, "Give it about another 6-8 years, and you'll realize that's the loudest voice you got." So about 15 minutes later, he disappears into the bathroom. He's in there for a good little minute. I decide I'm going to return the favor. So I go and I kick the bathroom in on him. He's standing there like this right here, and he jumps. I said, "Boy, what in the hell are you doing?" He said, "I was just looking at it." And me being a father and a man, I had to ask, "Well, what do you think?" He said, "Well, it's kind of small." I didn't know what to say. I said, first thing popped into my head, "Welcome to the family." This little smart ass looks back at me and he's like, "You're right, Daddy, being short's a bitch."